Hello, dzień dobry. My name is Maciek and I live in Wrocław, the fourth most populated city in Poland. Whether you're interested in improving your English or you'd like to learn the Polish language with me, I'll be delighted to become your online tutor. Allow me to introduce myself better by pointing to the three aspects that I believe make my classes special. Number one, the individual approach. You see, to me, teaching a foreign language is a little bit like engineering and at the same time a bit like art, a creative process or performance. Why is it like engineering? Well, language is a tool for interaction, communication and expression. It helps you to express what's on your mind. And every mind is different. No two language learners are the same. If the language barrier prevents you from reaching other people, communicating your intentions, or if you can't express your thoughts, then the tool isn't working the way it should be. As your teacher, I'm here to identify and solve the problems, tweak and update and upgrade your existing knowledge so that you can use English or Polish to achieve your communicative goals. So, why is language teaching like art? In art, there are many styles. People also represent different learning styles. For example, some of us are more visual, while others enjoy listening and music, or perhaps movement during classes. Some people are risk takers and want to use the new skills immediately, while others are initially afraid to say anything at all. Some of my students prefer clear and precise definitions, while others will want me to present a lot of practical examples or provide a broader context. Each learner will also rely on a different combination of strategies while dealing with various challenges related to speaking, listening, reading, writing, the system of grammar, or even while taking their own notes. As a language teacher, I need to understand and constantly analyze the preferences of my students and design the lesson plans accordingly. Number two, professionalism. Effective teachers require effective solutions. I am very passionate about linguistics and research on language. There is a lot of information to consider every month. For example, studies about everyday communication, as well as the language used by experts or specialists, medical or business communication. There are scholars investigating the links between the mind and language, the way people express their emotions, or the social and cultural components of interaction. Even jokes and humor have been researched for decades. Now, this knowledge can be used to come up with ideas and interesting tools for use in the language classroom. One of my duties is to stay up to date with all the progress and offer my students exciting and innovative solutions. The virtual experience will never be the same as the physical presence of the teacher, the students, and the overall atmosphere of the classroom. However, it doesn't mean I shouldn't try to make this online class a bit more real, natural, organic, so to speak. I want my students to feel comfortable and interested in the tasks and exercises. That is why I rely on dedicated, specialized software built with language teachers' and students' needs in mind. 3. 3 is about fun. I believe that all the knowledge, the innovations, and my performance as a teacher would not mean much if my students were not enjoying the lessons. There is actually a method of language teaching that compares teachers' presentation of the new material to a concert. Why do people come to a concert if they can buy a CD or listen to music online? Because they will enjoy it much, much more, and it will create a long-lasting memory, a very pleasant one. So, when I'm designing a lesson plan, I have certain objectives. Naturally, I want to make sure you've understood the presented material completely and that you're ready to use the new skills and knowledge. But apart from that, I want you to have fun. I want you to leave the classroom as if you were leaving a good concert, happy, satisfied, and wanting to come back as soon as possible. Okay, so these are the main values that I, as a language tutor, find special. Please remember to revisit my webpage regularly. I will be publishing videos and free materials for learning both English and Polish. You might also be interested in subscribing to my YouTube channel, Diligent Linguist. Have a great day and never stop learning languages. Bye-bye.